At Indonesia now, the names get bigger in the SEA Games bribery scandal, now in the courts.
The dark world of human trafficking is the focus of a new movie.
And the bright side of fashion trends, advice from the experts. Welcome to Indonesia Now from Jakarta, your weekly look at the country's top stories and people. And I'm Cheryl Tanzil, sitting in for Tasya Lutmila.
Nice to have you here, Cheryl. And selamat berjumpa lagi, I'm Tommy Chokro, in for Dalton Taranaka. Thank you for joining us, and a special hello to our viewers in Manado. The defendant at the center of the SEA Games bribery scandal is pointing at ruling party leaders.
Muhammad Nasaruddin named the two men he say were behind the money for favor case. Nasaruddin told reporters Monday that the man called big leaders is Anas Urbaningrum, chairman of the Democrat Party. And he said the big boss is Mirwan Amir, another Democrat Party lawmaker. Nasaruddin had previously said money flowed from a company seeking a SEA Games contract to the man, a total of $21 million. The defendant is the former treasurer of the ruling party. Separately, the woman convicted in helping distribute bribes said Monday that money also went to Sports Minister Andi Malarangeng and his brother Joel. Both men deny the allegation.
Authorities are taking extreme measures to stop commuters from illegally riding on the roofs of trains. They have suspended rows of grapefruit-sized concrete balls that rake over the top of trains as they pull out of stations and go through rail crossings. The goal is to keep people off through risk of serious injury. But a spokesman for the state-owned railway company says that the deterrent is not necessary, as there are laws prohibiting passengers from riding on top of trains.
Two female domestic workers spared the death penalty in the United Arab Emirates returned home Thursday afternoon. Neneng Sunengsi faced beheading after she was convicted in the death of her employer's baby. Messi also faced death for allegedly practicing hypnotism on her employers. They were freed after the employers pardoned the women. Both women were greeted by families waiting at Soekarno-Hatta Airport.
Elections officials in Aceh have postponed upcoming polls for the fifth time. The new voting date is April 9th. A court ruling had reopened the registration process for candidates, and officials said more time for verification is needed. That, plus a string of violent incidents linked to the elections, resulted in a postponement. Police arrested two African nationals for making and distributing $10 billion in counterfeit money. Officers confiscated the bills in a raid in South Jakarta Monday. They also found printing machines and inks used to produce the fake money. Authorities have been for the suspect for more than a year.
Car sales have rolled higher for 2 years straight now on the back of rising incomes and easy credit. But as Indonesia Now's Valdia Baraputri reports, an expected rise in fuel prices may put the brakes on growth this year.
Domestic car sales roared up nearly 900,000 in 2011, just about 17% growth. The year before, growth hit 57%. Toyota was the sales leader, up 10.7 year-on-year, while Honda dropped 26%. Analysts say slower sector growth reflects factors specific to the industry and not necessarily because the weaker demand.
Suku bunga tetap menarik seperti sekarang, juga banyak pilihan bisnis pembiayaan. Kami yakin tahun 2012 kita dapat meraih pertumbuhan yang cukup baik seperti tahun lalu.
The government announced plans to reduce fuel subsidies in April, and that is expected to mean a jump in prices at the pump.
Itu ada, tetapi sifatnya temporer, paling 2 bulan. Setelah itu karena kebutuhan mobil tetap ada, baik untuk individual dan komersial, itu daya beli akan kembali normal.
Domestic production will power up with investment in new plants by Toyota, Nissan, Suzuki, Daihatsu, and General Motors. But one model not expected to drive into the market is the student-built Kia SMK. Its recent debut prompted talk of a new national car.
Kalau saya melihat penjualannya tidak mungkin seperti mobil-mobil yang sudah ada atau sekarang ini umumnya kan mobil Jepang, ada Korea, Jerman, sama Amerika. Mobil-mobil yang dibuat di Indonesia ini belum merupakan industri besar, tetapi dalam bentuk bengkel.
Besides demand, Indonesia's inventory of vehicles should also help sales growth. While last quarter's massive flooding in Thailand hurt that country's production, Mitsubishi and other companies make vehicles in Indonesia, keeping the supply to consumers on track. Valdia Baraputri, Metro TV, Jakarta.
The Moody's upgrading of Indonesia's sovereign debt to investment grade had a positive effect on the markets.
And now here's a quick rundown of the week's numbers. Indonesia Now will continue shortly with Asia's top stories, including Myanmar getting new recognition.
And the dark world of human trafficking, a new movie looks at the illegal business through the story of a young Chinese woman. That's next.